their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Go. 56. Hey.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Right there, 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's caught. Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Jackson now. Throw complete to Herndon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
We're going to 54. Why here? We're going to 53. Switch. Jump, wait, take it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 34 yards there and a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the ground, it's Geis. And some room to run now. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it's 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, Warren. 6 up.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Going deep down. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go. 56, the mic, boy. 56.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Let's go.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Cunningham. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They go play action with Jackson. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now again running left is Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
57, come on. It's been a long day for you.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 3rd and long for Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming. Check, 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 check. Wahoo. 56, Mike, 56.
Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
57 to Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. 57.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson airing this one out front. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
17.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is Geis on a handoff left. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues out of hand.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play action. Now Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Raiders. 56 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Watch the slant. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. There goes a deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Double time. We're going to 53. 3 down. Big dad. We're going to 54. Going to 54.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Play action now. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.